Alright, testing, 1, 2, 3. What's going on, fellow rogues? It's Masked Mirror here, and welcome in for episode 6 for Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. So the last time I played this rogue, because this was, back before my break, and during the previous stream, things didn't exactly go well for me in the tail end of it, considering that, as always, is how it usually goes with Castlevania. We end up having to fight Death, and Death, I guess, still holding a grudge, from me cheating him during Castlevania Symphony of the Night. For those who don't know, that's a running joke on this channel, considering I did, like, the, glitch in Castlevania Symphony of the Night during my playthrough of that, where I, kept all my gear, and then, like, later on, like, succinctly, body Death, like, when I fought him, because then I had, like, 2 Chrysogrims, and 2 of, like, I think, like, the one ring is, like, the most powerful one in the game. Forgot which one it was, but yeah, Death basically went to his second form, didn't last, like, 5 seconds, so I think he's still holding a grudge, and everything. Guess he's got, like, a massive bone to pick with me. Yeah, I just went there. But yeah, point is that last stream, Death wasn't having it. He made it very apparent that, he wasn't, letting me get through. But today we're going to see if we can kind of do something about that. Because I've never, like, let him, stop me for long, in previous Castlevania games I've done, like Symphony of the Night, Circle of the Moon. We did both of those on this channel. And, the thing about it is, it's pretty much always known that, Death is always, like, second fiddle to Dracula. And just as much as, Death is Dracula's bitch, hopefully a day we're going to make him mine. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road, because also I got Arcade Paradise to play sometime later on today as well, because we're getting close to completing that one. I know we're, like, getting close to the end of this game, because usually when you fight Death, a lot of times that's, like, kind of a sign you're at the end of the Castlevania game you're playing. So hopefully this means that, within, like, maybe, like, this... I don't know if we're going to actually finish it this stream, but be it, like, this stream or the next stream, we should all be able to wrap this up. But, Arcade Paradise, I'm hoping I can go ahead and, like, get on that, too, because I did, like, buy a couple of, like, the, DLC I was needing for Power Wash Simulator recently. I do want to get started on trying to, like, start playing through that, like, better Power Wash Simulator, since, like, the second game was announced. So, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and jump on into this, and see if I can't, take, Death out today. Sonically speaking, of course. Not only, like, we're not even friends, but, when I say take him out, I'm not talking about, like, a date or whatever. But anyways, here's hoping I can actually, do something about this time. So, trying to remember, how close was he? Trying to remember exactly where was he? Okay, I think we are close to where we're supposed to, like, go to, yeah, now I remember. So if I'm correct, because, like I said, it's been a bit. Alright. I believe we got, yeah, because we drained the water here, and he's waiting down here for us. So hopefully, I can actually have some better luck and, take him out this time. Yeah, arm plates. So I'm just hoping that I can actually, you know, beat him this time. It may take me a few more tries, but at least the save point is, like, not that far away from him. Alright, here's the deal, dude. I'm trying to get on through here. See, this is what frustrates me, you know, when they have, like, enemies, like, right there. Like, dude, I'm trying to keep my health here. Just, it's fine. I mean, they don't realize I got, like, a plan around this. Like, I got, like, a way around this when I get back, when I get up there. Just it's irritating, you know, when you, like, you try and, like, you know, get somewhere and everything's getting in your way. Yeah, can't remember, like, what they're weak against, but... See what's... Okay, see what's frustrating about this whole fact, they literally, like, you know, put you in a spot where, like, he blocks all your, like, you know, your attacks. Okay, let's get him out of the way. All right, before we go in. So, okay, we're gonna, like, you know, keep you from, I promise I can't remember, like, which one it is. And also, the other issue I've got is, I think it's like it's a certain, like, weapon I need to be able to heal, if I'm right. I can't remember exactly how it goes. Either way. All right, I'm not gonna bother doing the voice this time. Y'all go watch this, like, this previous stream for this. I want to go ahead and get on with this. I'm not, like, you know, reading it. I'm just ready to fight. I got an idea. But he sounds like Snape when he laughs. Kind of has, like, that little, like, nasally laugh to him, like, Mr. Potter, or whatever. I don't know. That was a horrible Professor Snape, you know, impersonation, but you guys get it. Okay. Did better against it that time. No points for Gryffindor. Alright, so this is where we're gonna have a problem. Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh! You know what? This might actually change the entire... Oh. Yeah. Not saying I'm gonna be able to beat him still, but I got an idea. If I can get him to come down here. So it turns out we can stand on his rib cage. Oh, yeah, take that. Kind of trivializes it. Okay, so I might have this now. Not 100% certain, but... See, this is where I messed up before. I didn't realize that... Okay, hold on a second. No, we're not going to be doing that now. I didn't realize that this right here is a safe zone. That's where I messed up before. So I can kind of, like, just loop him here. Probably still got to stay away from the tail. As long as I can just, like... Okay, yeah. That one spot thing right there was a game changer. I didn't realize I could actually stand on his back. Okay. We're off to a great start here, Rogues. We actually just, you know, took him down. I thought it was going to take me a few tries, but we took him out. All right. You're too late. Your castles will soon begin to merge together. I don't know what that voice was right there. Either way, just get out of here, dude. Seriously. I mean, must not be too trustworthy. Okay. All right, what's this wing thing? Griffin's wing. Please tell me this might be what I think it is, because like I said, there's these one spots. Obviously, you know, there's like these areas that we. One of the things that's been holding me back from like exploring is there's all these spots there, like, you know, these it like goes straight up. There's no way to actually get up there, and I'm wondering. I'm hoping this is gonna be like. Okay, yeah. So from right, yep, it's basically the thing we have like from Circle of the Moon. I think they actually had this in Symphony of the Night. Yeah, this is what I was needing. So the Griffin's wing. Yeah, can we do it in? Okay, and we can do it like, you know, indefinitely in midair. Okay, yeah. So this is basically what we had in yeah, Circle of the Moon. You know, dude, I ain't got time. There's got exploring to do. See, again, it's the fact there's an enemy right there that, by all accounts, there's no way to get it past him. It seems like the only time you can actually attack them is when they're trying to attack you. Okay, but now that we got the Griffin's wing, there's like a whole lot of spots in the castle I can go explore now, because we still need the... Regardless of anything, we still need to find the rest of Vlad's pieces. But at least this shows we got like the one item here. The Griffin Ring was the only item in this area. Dude, your crumbs, get out of the way. Yeah, see, I see like several areas around here I can explore. This is going to open up like a whole lot of exploration options for me. This is like what I was waiting for, like something like this. I know if it was going to be like this, then I could use like the fly or... I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility, you know. Like Alucard could turn into a bat in Symphony of the Night. All right. Now, see one spot up here already. You know, we can go and check out. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, over to the left. Okay, yeah, so you're gonna, like, you know, attack me when I'm in the middle of a jump where I can't hit you back, huh? Okay, that's cute. How close? Yeah, I'm close to another level up anyway, so I might as well go ahead and work with it. It's kind of weird. I'm using the ice thing, and I'm taking out the man-eaters in one go. Normally, it's flames that they're weak to. All right, let's see what's right to the... Yeah, okay, so what's so important over here? Because I've come back over here multiple times and never been able to, like, explore this. There better be something good up here. Do not tell me it's just a shortcut. Which, I mean, I ain't complaining. Yeah, it was just a shortcut. But yeah, I ain't complaining about it, because... Okay. So looking at this, all the way to the right down there. Unfortunately, it's not really a shortcut for where I need to go. But at least, like, this pretty much means it shouldn't be anywhere in the castle I can't, like, explore now, like... Because normally I would have had to, like, use, like, the gates or whatever, or use, like, the warp things, like, for me to be able to kind of, like, you know, get to certain spots, but... With the Griffin Wing, I can pretty much go wherever I want now. Yeah, I've always loved, like, you know, the colors of, like, Castlevania games in general, Jeremy. How you doing today? It's definitely one of my all-time favorite series, even though there are, like, still some of the other games I still need to play. Like, I need to get the Dominus collection so I can, because this is my first time playing through Harmony of Dissonance. But, I still need to do... I've never played Portrait of Ruin or Order of Ecclesia, but... I definitely need Dominus collection so I can play through those. Definitely going... Wait, hold on. Are we? Are we going the wrong way? No, hold up. No, we're not. We can go down this way. I was trying to, like, consult the map for a second. I was like, wait a minute, that ain't right here. Yeah, Sweet Dreams, Beyblade. Alright, here we go. So what's so important up here? I was about to say, I thought that right there was something that was holding me from getting up there. I thought it was like a ceiling that right there I couldn't break. Well, it was just a heart container, as I call them. But I'm not like, you know... it's basically a heart container from Legend of Zelda. Y'all can't unsee it. If I can't unsee it, neither can you. Up here, though. It's definitely taking me somewhere I ain't been before. Red Hood? Oh, for the... Okay, no. Oh, no. You are not giving me some of those little shits in. Get back. He looks like he has, like... His name is Hammer. Okay, yeah, you gotta go. I'm not gonna have you summon these freaking flea men on me. You can forget it. Get back. Now, we know that every time I'm... Let me check the room. If he respawns, there's something to him, I think. Because these guys have been, like, involved with, like, a lot of puzzles here. Come a little closer. I'm wondering, is there a possibility of the floor breaking? No. Maybe he's just like some dork I just got to take out. He's in my way. Oh, come at me, last name. Hammer. Because every time I fought one of these guys, like, there's been some kind of puzzle involving them. Or, like, most of the time, not always. Skull key. How cryptic of you. Opens doors marked with a skull design. Have we even seen any doors with a skull design? I know there was those doors that were locked. You think that has something to do with it? You're welcome in, Sammy. I'm trying to stop his hammer time. Because I can touch this. I don't want it. Not that I want to. It's when I'm using a whip. Okay, so... the fact they gave me the skull key, I was like, okay, what's this for now? Because I don't think I've seen, like, one door marked with a skull, but I was like, okay, well, then again, I haven't seen anything, I think, marked with a skull, but I have seen a lot of locked doors. I mean, there's a skull, but there ain't no door attached to it. Okay. So just trying to think about, like, how we're going to go about the whole thing here. Obviously, do we want to warp? Trying to see if there's anywhere down here I ain't explored yet. See, if I go all the way to the left, there is that. You know what? That might not be a bad idea. There's an area over here. I mean, the main thing I can just kind of think of is, like, try to, like, you know, find, like, areas where I've, like, you know, got everything. Nope. I like Hydro Storm, but, I mean, I like what I'm doing with this more. Going the wrong way. Okay, let's try. We're close to... We're getting there. I don't know what you're screaming about. You're the one that tried to tap me. It ain't my fault. You little purple ass. Freaking Grimace Goblin. Alright, back this way now. Alright, yeah, so like I said, I want to go and check over here. Push gonna shove, it'll just like take me back up top, up above. There's definitely a few spots I still need to explore. It's worth checking. Alright, so we go around, alright, go around, down, and nothing else, at least I ain't gotta worry about coming all the way back over here, because I can just, like, go straight back up to, like, the other part of the castle. Alright, down here. Oh, get out of the way! I say that, and it was completely unnecessary for me to attack him. I went the wrong way again. Oh, I'm totally taking advantage of this. Hold on. Just embarrass you. Hang on. I can be petty. Like, I could easily went up there and just, like, completely wrecked them, but I mean, just showing them I could, but I'm not. I ain't got time for you peasants. I'm just gonna, like, you know, casually just walk through, like I'm the final boss or something. I'm not dealing with these crates again. Who needs crates? I can jump. Freaking crates. I got time for no crates. Yeah, I might as well just stay in the tank at this point. I definitely feel like I'm at the end game here, considering the fact that there's literally like nothing here that's really a threat to me anymore. I mean, not like as much as a threat anyway. All right. You're supposed to throw this direction? Oh my god, they took my freaking cross again. I mean, I gotta hit something here. There was no enemies, but I was gonna just like take it out on the wall. Okay, almost there. Let's. Oh, he's already doing like little, like, you know, trick shots, trying to make himself look cool or something. Okay, that's enough of that. I literally said y'all aren't a threat. I mean, 3 of y'all hit me to barely nudge my health bar. What's wrong with you? Yeah, I'll just take this. Yeah, this is where we fought Legion. Took the wrong turn again, I swear. I swear this place gives me a Roronoa Zoro complex. Hey, what's this do? Yeah, I'll take this. Ah, yeah. I shouldn't have took that. I want my crosses back. Alright, look here, Donkey Kong. Just because you got a new game announced, they don't make you special. For those that don't know until I watch Nintendo Direct. Alright, here we go. Finally. Might as well go and save while I'm at it, you know, just because I almost died, you know. I lost so much health here. Those skeleton, you know, boomer... or skeleton hammer bros. That's basically what they were. Like, I mean, I barely made it, like, you know, to that save point. Well, we know the skeleton key ain't for that. Welcome in, Nico. Now we know what the skeleton key isn't for. I was hoping it was going to be for these locked doors, but oh no. Okay, so they said, like, you know, I'm trying to figure this out. They said, like, a door with a skull on it. I'll be doing fine if I figure out where I gotta go. Okay, so... You know, I'm gonna... Hold on. Before we join this, I'm going back outside. Let me go touch grass for a second. Because this has been vexing me. I want to see what's up here. Oh, you got it. I didn't come up here just... No, I ain't cool with that. No, no, hold on. No. I am... What is this? The game's mocking me now. I literally, like, you know, it's like, oh, I'm pretty sure they thought about it. It's like, watch this. You know, some players are going to try to, like, you know, go around the side here. How you can just, just put an invisible wall there. When they question that, it's Castlevania. Nothing makes sense here. Okay, yeah, you're right. I am so frustrated over this. Yeah, I hope you get well soon, too, Nico. Like, I come all the way out here. It's like, I finally get a Explorer Painter. They got, like, some random Tetris blocks right here. I can't do anything about it, looks like. Alright. So, that's, you know, not a thing. But I think I got an idea where I can go now. Like, how you gonna give me an item, like, you know, that lets me, like, explore, like, new places, and every new place I explore, like, there's nothing else I can do? It's like you can, like, give me a key. Alright, here's a key that opens every single door, and I go up there, and, like, none of them have any, like, you know, locks for the key. Okay, now... Get your little naked bony ass away from me. Yeah, I'll just take Hydro Storm. Or that stupid axe. Rather have something like, you know, fills the whole screen. seeing how this works, because we were never able to go up here before, right? There better be something important back here. And it's been like, the whole game not being able to go up here. There better be something good here. Oh, hold up. Hold that thought. So there's 2 paths here. The fudge are you? Platinum tip. Questionable names aside. I don't know why, that just sounds like really raunchy. Platinum tip. Okay, well, jokes aside, it actually gives me a pretty good boost in strength, so I'll take that. Oh my... No wonder, I mean, look at... That's the most... What is this? Okay, I'm not even gonna question how suggestive this looks. Another warp? This one wasn't... Aren't they normally open? Well, looks like we got some exploring to do, rogues. Wasn't it like we couldn't get here before for some reason? Can't remember. Whatever. We got like a furniture item and like something like... Okay, what's this key open? Lure key. Opens the door that gives off a golden hue. You cryptic sons of bitches. Dang well, like, it's confusing this castle. I ain't gonna remember what that door is. And better luck with the door, with, like, the doors of Resident Evil. Oh, what did the think? Yeah, clear bone my ass. And I mean, he was a wimp before. Now he's just a wimp who's actually afraid of getting hit. These normal ones actually have some dignity. Actually, take their ass whooping like a man. Okay, so we got like a whole nother area here, like we have yet to explore. But I'm all for it. This means like we're making progress. I ain't getting stuck anywhere. What in the hell? Did I fight one of these guys before? If you don't back off. Bone liquid. I don't want to know what kind of, like, bone that liquid comes from. And what kind of liquid, it came from that bone. Y'all can go and just take your... No. No, don't touch me. Oh my... Door gives off golden hue. Like... Alright, we're gonna go and explore down here first. Is there bone broth? I don't know why I called him that, but... Okay, it's just anti-venom. I'm like carrying that around in my pocket where I don't even know where it's been. I feel gross just carrying it around. What are you looking at? Okay, I'm gonna go back outside and check this again. See if I can actually get... Yeah, birds will fairly get their ass kicked together. Oh, case rested. Since, you're going in pairs here, I might as well go and take that joke home. Is it open now? Of course it's not. Why would it be? Okay. Back off, Falco. And oh, that one little point of damage. I don't don't know what I'm actually gonna do now. I mean, you almost killed me. With laughter. Okay, well this works at least. I can just go and break this. Let's see. Alright, the crushing stone. And done. I thought I broke that one at one point. Can't correct it, I suppose. I've got so many questions here. For one thing, it's the fact I just randomly walked up on this thing and used the key. Here's my problem. Gold hue. This thing's got multiple hues. It's basically an RGB. It's like it's like RGB lighting. All these things look the same. Door the gold hue. I know, damn well you ain't trying to tell me all that was in there was a warp room. I mean, it's convenient, because if I need to, like, switch to the other castle layout, I can just do it from here, but that makes me mad. Like, all this time I was wanting, like, you know, going to one of these doors, and it's like, oh, it's just a warp room. Okay, well, it's still convenient, all things considered. So we've already explored all the way, all down here. There's, like, one, like, door right there I ain't explored, but... There's like one little, like, you know, square right there, but... No, that frustrates me. I mean, it really does. I finally get to go down here and check it out, and like, I opened up by complete accident. It's basically a magical door, like a sealed thing, looks like just the same as all the other ones. It's like, oh, use the lure key. I was like, okay, so what about the skull one? I'm gonna go, like, to one of these, like, random things that's gonna work, there's not even gonna be a skull inside on it. Castlevania, more like Hasslevania. Okay, let's see what we got up here. I wish you would throw that at me. Well, you actually did, but... Alright, so at the very least, like I said, I made the jokes about that thing, but it still definitely helps. Because, you know, there's only, like, certain spots where we can, change things around. So the more of those, the better, so it means we ain't gotta backtrack as much. I leveled up off one of these dorks. One of, like, the most completely, you know, wimpy enemies in the game, and I leveled up off of them. Alright, well, we're gonna still, like, circle back around either way, it looks like. Since I'm already down, I would just go over this way. I'll just... I don't know about Spring, but I just gave you Sprig of Mortis. God, that was terrible. What's he ain't allowed to complain? There's a boss in here. And I got a save room nearby. Did I kick your ass already, too? I swear I whatever, dude. Okay, joke's aside, he's actually... I think I might have made him mad. Was asking to stay mad. Hey, hold on a second, god dang it. Oh, you filthy... one-eyed cretin. Okay, now that should have hit me. I mean, even I'll say that, you know, you got bad luck. You missed that. What? Dude. Hammer actually did more damage to me than your ass did with that, because at least he knew how to hit me. Now come on over here and take this ass whooping. Okay. Oh, shit. If I survive this, I swear. You got the Dude, you better not let me beat you. You got, like, everything in your corner to beat me right here. You better not let me win this. I died from, like, just stubbing my foot on his foot. Whatever. How's it you don't have that big-ass hammer and I lose to you, like, you know, when you're not even swinging the damn thing? And when you did swing, you missed me half the time. I'm standing right in front of him and he missed. But I am gonna whoop your ass and make you have to do all this all over again, though. See, I was having fun. Now I realized, wait, I got a lot of backtracking I gotta do. And I gotta deal with, like, the freaking... This little walking innuendo right here. Since I gotta take that one in stride. And it was actually comical. I mean, the fact that, you know, he beat me when he wasn't even swinging the hammer. This guy just, like, touched him. But now I know how much damage he does. And I was saying there's not really much in this game that can, like, you know, really as much of a threat to me. Then Monovision shows up and decides, like, you know, he's gonna, like, you know, suddenly be my arch enemy. Like, how you gonna show him be tougher than Death? Because Death beat me last stream, but I mean, that was only because I didn't realize then that you could, like, you know, ride on his back and slap the shit out of him, like, you know, when he's flying around. Okay, so either way, we're gonna get past him. It's not really like a whole lot I had to, like, go back and explore. Because we know I can't get up. There's gotta be like a certain castle layout or something I gotta, like, do somewhere that's gonna let me get up here. At the very least, we're close to leveling up again. Let me see. 540. How much experience do I get from these jerks? That's why I leveled up off of it. They actually get more experience than some of the other things I fought. So I'm about to level up right here when I come back out. I mean, the thing is, the Cyclops, it seems like his attacks are kind of easy to read. I just gotta stay out of the way of him. And I do have the medicine jar I can use if push comes to shove. Definitely don't need that because, you know, I'm gonna be standing there throwing knives at him. He's just gonna, like, wreck me, like, you know, while I'm doing it. Let's go back down here and... See, and that's where I screwed up before, because I literally could have just went down to the save room and... I went back up. Okay, I got... at least now I got, like, a little save room I can use here. I was so busy complaining about the door. Did I get the lure key? Okay, making sure. Let's go and open it up. Or, like, you know, activate it, whatever. I would say, honestly, having Hydro Storm here, like, actually would work, because it means I can be out of his range when I hit him. I still gotta be, like, you know, close to him for the crosses to connect. I don't know exactly how much damage, like, Hydro Storm would do to him, but... I did already check this, didn't I? Yeah. That's another merchant room. So at least now, I mean, I've already got, like, this means, like, not as much to worry about. Like, in regards to back down, since I have to, like, backtrack now. I'm just trying, I'm still, the Spriggans, I'm just still, like, trying to process the fact that you got, like, a, enemy walking around Castlevania wearing boxer shorts. Or, like, or gym shorts, what it look like. Either way, there's, like, literally a random enemy walking around Castlevania wearing shorts. Alright, punk, round 2, and I could take you lightly this time. No, Chief, right here. You actually bought me that time. Good for you. Okay, see, now that... It gets me, because I was making all those jokes for. Now he's, like, hitting me every time. Come on. Come on. You want to be an asshole? I'll be one right back. Come on over here. Take your time. Here he comes. That was me just being a little bit petty with his ass. I wasn't planning on losing him again if I had to cheat a little bit right there. Pretend I wasn't cheating. I got a place to be, dude. Oh, now I was making it like talking about like Hydro Storm could have worked well against him. Now they want to try to give it to me. I don't need it now. Oh, now they want to give me a save room here. And basically, I like with that big ass red eye where Hydro Storm would have been a freaking Clear Eyes commercial or Visine. For dry, red eyes, clear eyes is awesome. Oh, now we got owls attacking me. JP Bonapillar? JP Bonapillar. Why the hell does that sound like a freaking protagonist from like a children's book or something? JP Bonapillar. I swear, like, you know, someone like, you know, Konami or whatever decide, like, okay, we need, like, you know, just give me, like, a random name for this enemy right here. JP Bonapillar. Huh? Like, just go with it, all right? And then this one. Oh, JP Bonapillar, then just random owl. Like, then he couldn't even name the owl. Just named it owl. Like, we have to, like, know exactly what it is. Simon That asshole is up there cosplaying Simon Belmont. All right, show me what you got. Show me some whip tricks. All right, but can you do this? Get your punk ass out of here. You are a disgrace to my ancestry. I'm trying to cosplay as my... I'm trying to remember, like, how was Juice... I think, like, Simon is, like, Juice's grandfather in this timeline. I'm trying to, like, you know... I know I think I said it before. Yeah, he's the grandson of Simon. Okay, yeah. You know, I'm trying to cosplay as my grandfather. What's wrong with you? Better show some respect. If I see one of you cosplaying as Trevor or Richter, you know it is going to be on. Well, it's not the entire wall turkey, but... I'm kind of offended about that. Like, I can just imagine, like, you know, Dracula, like, basically telling, like, these skeletons, like, I need all of you, like, dressed up in this outfit and use this whip. Like, why, master? Well, I just feel like being a little petty. Like, literally gonna, like, you know, try to, like, you know, make his own, like, army of Belmonts, like, to try to, like, fight us. Like, using our fighting style, just try to be petty as hell. From all the times he's gotten his ass kicked by Belmonts. JP Bonapillars. It's just that... I'm just dumbfounded by the name here. It's supposed to be the scarecrow we normally fight. Hell. Is that the whole chicken? The chicken? Yeah, we got the whole turkey. Just wasn't in a wall. JP Bonapillar. What in the... Where'd they come up with the name of that? You know, I mean, it's not Bonapillar, it's Bone Pillar. It's literally like, you know, a skull on a pike, but... Back. You might want to see a dentist. So get some more milk in your diet. If I see one more JP Bonapillar, I swear, I'm... Then to throw him at me, and I'd just be petty. As well. Possibly. That's right. I'm making all these jokes. I'm about to die. The only part of it, of course, I'll be like, you know, not paying attention to my health because I'm so used to like a lot of enemies like not really doing a lot of damage to me. But yeah, I'm about to die if I don't watch it. Wait, did we get everything here? Okay. We got 2 furniture pieces here we need. Okay, I need like a save room. Check and see what. Hang on. Well, obviously, you know, looking at the map, we can see. I think I see where there is one, but it's all the way up there in the upper right corner. I'm gonna take my chances down here and see what we got. Smiling statue. It don't like it's smiling. It's got like one eye, like you know, and half a mouth. Like it's got like, you know, like half a arrested bitch face. You guys are useless. That's the reason why I'm offended y'all trying to dress up as my grandpa. You don't get stunned by everything I do to hit you. What that? Crush boots. Crush boots. Oh, where are they? I already passed it, but... Oh, now they what? Well, Good news is, Rogues, we know how to get through the thing outside now. I was like, eat all my food. You know, that's the thing I'm talking about saying when we realized I got food right here. But hey, you know, the good news is, like, you know, at least now we know how to get through that thing on the back on the outside. But I just passed over a potion right there. All right. So let's see. Few different areas we can go through here. Just gonna check this right here since it's gonna be leading back out the other way. Oh, the spot over here says like not really a whole lot to explore in this area because it's just like this room right here in the next one. Wait, hold on a second. I guess it does have a skull insignia on it. You know what? Now I realize. Yeah. Okay, they do look different. But it said the other one had like a golden hue to it and everything. But, you know, it basically had like the whole gold thing, but also like a few different other, like, you know, colors to it. So it actually does have a skull on it. Okay. Well, at least now I know. I guess let's see. We gotta go back out. Yeah. Alright. I'm trying to like think if like any of these guys have even hit me yet. Got a little too familiar there, Al. I honestly thought that one was about to, because I slid right in on him. He still didn't get me. Finally, one of you actually got a shot, and there you go. Still a wimp, though. I'll take that for sure. As I'm hearing like audio desync going on, guys, give me a second. Like I said, if one day I really do hope I can, you know, figure out the issue here, be it if it's like I need a new capture card or what's going on. See, before we go back, there's that one area back down there. I'm having a feeling it's gonna be like, let me just check some real quick. Yeah, that's what I thought. Go away. I'm having a feeling this one area we missed down here is gonna be where the other piece of furniture is. Okay, I'll don't think that owl's gonna try to hit me, so I'm just gonna go in. There's also a spot right here we missed. Yeah, over here. Alright, stand credit is like a whole... Actually, I just let back... Well, never mind then. Okay, so... I like how the owl dropped the whole ass turkey. I don't know what I just imagined. Either the owl, like I smacked it so hard, like, you know, it got roasted or something. That's some kind of like, you know, Looney Tunes thing or whatever, even though I wasn't using like a flame element. That, or I just like imagine like this owl like carrying around like a whole ass, you know, roast turkey. And since, you know, owls are carnivores. Or I don't know, would they be omnivores? I need like kind of like, you know, brush up on my animal biology and whatnot, but I think like, you know, owls are, I believe they're omnivorous. Like they eat like pretty much, you know, like food and like, or I mean, owls that eat food, but like you know, meat and I think like, you know, veggies, vegetation. See, okay, now it's bugging me. Hold on a second. Okay, so they're not omnivores. They're pure carnivores. All right, I stand corrected. I don't know why I thought they were omnivorous, but that's something I should have known because I mean I was kind of like a whiz, like, you know, in you know, science and biology, you know, in school. But Noonstar, what's this guy dropping now? Noonstar, Noonstar, huh? Cannot be seen at night. It's a random ass thing to drop. That's the name. I have my blonde moments sometimes, rogues. I mean, I knew they were carnivores, but I thought they actually ate, like, you know, other stuff aside from meat, but... Well, I mean, I officially wasted my time. Okay, so the way I see it is I'm going to be going back up there to the top side anyway or whatever. So we go out back out this way. We can like head to the left and finally go and check and see what's up there in that one spot. So we're going up above like, you know, soon anyway. No point like doubling back. Again, the fatty's wearing... Looks like... I swear he's wearing gym shorts. Well, he puts damn clothes on anyway. I don't even think he has arms. Just imagine him, like, you know, reaching down, like, you know, biting his shorts, tossing them up there, like, with his teeth, where then doing a backflip, like, to get into them. Like, goes upside down or whatever, like, and like, jumps in, throws his legs into him. I don't know what the hell I was just thinking of. Okay, let's see what's so important over here. I'm wondering if it might be another Vlad part. They definitely, like, kind of like had me, going all around the world just to get the thing I needed to be able to do this. All right, silver boots is all right. Crush boots. This better work. Great, he thinks he's freaking Ryu Hayabusa now doing this freaking ninja stuff. That was pretty cool, though. I swear, if I went up here just for a freaking pot. Ancient urn. Yeah, my grandpa better be in this friggin' urn, for all that trouble I just went through. Rib of Vlad. Okay. Figured that was what it was gonna be. So what, and the thing is, this, they always, like, they give me something, so. What's the Rib of Vlad do? One of Dracula's body remains has the power to negate poison. Okay, that's awesome. There's only, like, a few enemies, like, I see around, like, actually, poison me, but, like, up in that chapel area, or, like, the sky area. Can't remember what it was called. The one, like, up there, because we're gonna be going that way anyway, eventually, I think. Get up to the chapel. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be, like, useful, because they got little pup pods up there to poison me. So now, that's no longer an issue. So it's definitely worth finally getting up there and doing that. I figured there was gonna be, like, a Dracula part there. But we got all the items here now. Ow, you jackass. Alright, so now we just gotta go up there and explore, like, I'm trying to see here. Yeah, we're pretty much are getting to where, like, most everything's explored. Alright, so we're gonna head up back up this way now and... I just dropped a whole ass coat. I'm just curious, like, is the ancient robe good? Like, all this stuff I'm picking up and, like, not knowing if it's like... Okay, so basically this gives, like, as an intelligence. So his robe is ruined had once been worn by a great wise man. Yeah, once worn aware, but, there's reason he probably died. Took his defense down a little bit. Imagine actually belonging to the skeleton, but he, like, since he died, like, he lost so much weight he couldn't wear it anymore. Because literally, like, obviously, if you're gonna be a skeleton, you probably gotta, like, drop a few pant sizes. See, that's what always frustrates me. Even though, like, it only does 1 point of damage, like, when they still smack you after you kill them so you can't get your, like, can't retaliate. So, I mean, that's, like, one of, like, the most, like, just disrespectful things, like, an enemy can do. Like, they throw something down, so that was like, well, you're gonna kill me or whatever, but you're just gonna remember me by. Devil. Hang on, guys, I'll be right back. Rogues, I deeply apologize for that. I'm going to edit out the whole BRB right there. Yeah. For those, who know I've been dealing with during my streams. Yeah. Neighbors again. Wasn't even the neighbors this time. Just, someone, came out there to pick up, someone from the house next door. Blasting music very loud. Makes no sense. Anyway, sorry about that. I deeply apologize. It took me a bit to get back. But anyways. Yeah. I'm going to try to get this guy out of the way. Alright, but anyways. It's understandable, but I'm getting sick and tired of it happening, Alright. Hey, was that supposed to happen? A good thing I actually killed him right there, but... Nope, I guess... Oh, it switched my book. It's a different spell book here. Okay, hold on. I'll turn it on. There we go. Great, another one. Alright. I ain't gonna bother with it. It ain't worth fighting it. Alright. Weird blocks up there. I don't know if I can smash through them or not. Okay, I thought it was blocks, but it wasn't. Okay, never mind. At least I can't be poisoned by them anymore. Ain't worry about that heart. Let me see. Yeah, we got this way to go now. Yeah, before we go that way. Okay, so it's showing we got furniture. You're feeling too victorious. Sorry, I think I made that joke before, but... Silk curtain. Okay, we got the furniture item here. This little... Get your ass on. Little wish app. Wish app Kirby looking ass. I just realized what happened. This damn thing blew up. This little ball, like, you know, turned to a bomb. Here comes Gym Shorts again. Alright, and I'll take it. I mean, it's kind of cute, but I mean, God knows those things are derpy. Alright. Let's base everything down there. Yeah, but this is definitely feeling like, you know, we're at the end game. If we don't finish it up this stream or whatever, you know, it should be next one. Alright, so we got like this spot right here. Alright, this one is a save room. Twilight Cloak. Okay, that definitely has, considering everything I just went through to get this, that definitely has to, like, you know, be, so it's like, I still wearing the Crush boots. Wait, the leggings are actually better. Well, probably just about anything would be better. I like to see, found the leggings, I found those before. If there's anything that's actually stronger than the leggings now. I had the silver boots on before, didn't I? Alright, let's say full helmet. Gives more luck. That takes my defense down. Increases. Alright, yeah. Probably like, you know, some like little special effect to it. I don't know. The air of darkness around the user. I'm gonna try it real quick and see what it does. It literally just like makes my shit. Gives like a black after image. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the silver boots. Alright. And now, yeah, this way. Because we can go this way and we can loop back around to that one room below. I'm kind of like caught on to them now. Okay, that's enough of that. Moron. I was wondering. I was like, wait, what the hell just happened? Yeah, Pipe Master. You little shit. It's kind of weird that this guy's in this room. That was like strange. There wasn't anything to him though. This is the way we were gonna go up before. I know, like again, like sometimes like the statues or the or the armors or whatever have like puzzle. Okay, that's hold on a second now. That's enough. That totally should have connected. Because when they land behind me, I can like get I can hit them before they do anything. Okay, what's over here? Should be another item. Do not tell me I'm about to get his helmet. Viking helmet. It like yeah, she could have wore it. All things considered, it's actually stronger. I was surprised by that. All right, so. So there's a spot right here we got. Need to go and check real quick. Go away. Okay, I just wanted to fill that out. All right. Just got a whole area right here to check out. Right there, but down here too. Okay, hold on a second. See, talking like when they land behind me, I can hit them, but. Literally, like, nothing down there for what they're saying. Just like a bunch of fleamen. That one got some air. Alright, this actually is convenient because I was going to go up that way anyway. So there's a couple areas I can check here. We want to get to the center down there too, but I'm going up first. See. Okay, so there's a furniture piece here. I know we still need, like, how many more pieces of Vlad, or do we have all of them? I guess there's, like, 2 more. I'm assuming. One thing is, like, sometimes it seems like it doesn't, like, jump doesn't want to work like it's supposed to. I'm trying to do my high jump. See, because one of the things I'm thinking about is that I've got the crushing boots or whatever. I don't know if that'll let me go to the ceiling now or what. Wait a minute. Was this open before? I swear it wasn't open. Oh, no, you don't. I guess I don't even gotta worry about using the crushing boots. I'm taking that karate outfit. Fine. The mystical robe. That was very anticlimactic. Okay, so we got like one more furniture piece. Look at that. Mm-hmm. I think I saw it before. I was like, wait a minute, how am I going to get up there? Well, now I know how to get up there. There better not be just like a man present and a turkey up here. There better be more to it. Found the furniture piece, the candlestick. And the question is, who did it, like, you know, in the study? Professor Plum or Colonel Mustard? What are you? You see, that does not make me happy because it's talking about like a pet. Well, I mean, the fact they just told me was that where it is. I mean, okay, yeah, I was gonna be mad as hell if it kind of found. I was like, well, guess what? You know, we ain't telling you where you gotta go through all of Castlevania just to figure it out. Okay, well, it's been kind of figured out. And I'm having a feeling that's definitely gonna be like an in-game spot. Yeah, I mean, I really do wish this game had teleporters. Like, you can just basically just warp around like that. Just trying to see here, because, I mean, that's the thing. We've explored, like, a good bit of the map. It says 97.3 on this one. I mean, we've got, like, the vast majority of the map explored. See, here's the trick to it. See, look right there. On the green one here, it's still off the map. It's still, like, you know, showing it's uncharted. So it means, like, more like something else is up there. Yeah, that bottom right or whatever, that's, there's something to that one, because, I mean... Okay, well, there's the other, like a silver wine glass. Of course, the wine glass had to be up here. Kaiser mail. All we need now is, like, you know, is the what is the man speech. Everything went up. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll use it. I mean, I guess I might have a reason to. I suppose. But yeah, what you were saying. Not that. Yeah, see, that's the thing. It's just a matter of getting to it. I guess I might want to go back and explore all that again. Like, I know what you're talking about right there. See, here's another thing too, though. Like the left down there. It's cut off on that end. Okay, see, also down here, there's something. I guess I can't go through. Right. Okay, never mind. I mean, I gotta go. If I'm gonna like check this, I need to go back down there anyway. But I could swear like what it was, they wouldn't let me go. There was like for some reason I couldn't go through there before. But it can't hurt to go check because you know it's gonna take some time. Because what I need might be in there. Get out of my face. We're gonna switch it over to the other one first, because it really shouldn't be like anywhere in the castle I can't explore now that I got like, you know, basically everything. We'll switch it back to blue and then we'll go back down there and look. Okay. Just trying to make sure here that because a couple spots, I mean, like I said, it's all the way at the left down there. And of course, the center. I'm having a feeling it's going to be like some kind of boss there, of course. So we need to go all the way down there to the lower right. And then like the middle left. It's really, you know, it's not going to take as long as it seems. Because of the fact that, like, again, I'm able to dash everywhere. That definitely, like, cuts down on time. Missed me, you jerk. And they took my freaking cross from me. That's the thing, when I'm like in a hurry and like, and I end up like, you know, breaking a candle, whatever, and ends up like giving me another item I don't want. Like, so now I've got like the freaking axe again. At least now I can pretty much one-shot most of this stuff. And these things right here are gonna be much of an issue now because I don't have to worry about getting poisoned anymore. They're already like a good bit of the way down there. Hit her at stop and save real quick though. Make sure I already like check this one, like, you know, in this variant. Yep. Yeah. And plus there is something we're missing here, so. It's probably gonna be like the thing down there. I bet you it's gonna be like next to like, you know, Vlad part. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna like head down a little bit. No, it's not gonna work. Okay, I see it. Right. Straight ahead for a few. That was so satisfying considering how much of a pain those things have been too. You little dirty harpy woman. Okay, we want to go wrong way. No, don't touch me. In fact, they're only doing like 1 point of damage at this point, so. All right, Kaji, what wares do you have? Your weird ass music. I'm just gonna get like a few high posts from him. You never know. He really got as much as I need though. Okay, we'll stop and save here. Then we'll head on down and see if I can get in this one area. Because obviously they wouldn't have it like right there, like where it's like listed, like where it's only like a straight stop there. If I couldn't get down into it. I think there might have been like it might have been something like I don't know like what it was before because we don't necessarily have to beat the ball. Oops. More of these stupid things. There's areas. I ain't got my cross on me, so. So this is confusing. There's no way to get in there. This is like a breakable wall here or something. Okay, you know, I've had just enough all you. Go away. There's got to be a way to get in there. It's just, you know, finding it. That's the weird part. Because I mean, I feel like that's definitely like, you know, where the item we need is it's just a matter of getting in there to this spot, but I don't know how. What concerns me is it might be I actually need to, like, you know, get through there through, like, you know, that doesn't make no sense because there should be like a. That's what it was. So I was thinking, like, you know, right there, like the whole other area down there, we had, like, you know, come through like from that spot. Kind of hard, like, you know, basically show you guys what I'm talking about, like without like a mouse cursor on it, but. It's just weird because, like, there's no. This is problematic. I mean, because obviously, you know, there's got to be a way to get in there, but. What the f... Really? I don't know. The best thing I can kind of just say is I can just try to see if I can beat the enemies down there. Or beat the ball. Okay, we just gotta jump these guys. Of course that... Just beat it. There's nothing here, is the problem. Okay, let's not do that again. I don't want to get stuck. I mean, there's gotta be a way in there. Fucking hell. I thought I did that already. Whatever. I was thinking that might have been what it was. Tooth of Vlad. Or Fang. Alright. We got another Vlad part. Okay. So what's this one do? Still got one more we gotta find. Increase defense. Yeah, like there's definitely... Okay, I don't know how much it... Let me see if I can I turn it off. I want to see how much it increases it. By 10, okay. Oops. I kind of like this one part of my floor or whatever, where it's like there's a little bit of a gap in it, so it keeps on like, you know, my chair keeps getting caught. Alright. Now I just gotta find this last Vlad part. Okay, now, I think... Hopefully I can just go on and go back up. Of course. Darn it. This is why this game needs teleporters. Of course, I mean, we ain't got a teleporter in here, but, you know. I don't care. Alright. And the only thing is this last one, like, could be anywhere in the castle, so... Because we already got like one Vlad part, you know, from that one spot outside we're going back to, like, to check out, like, you know, with this castle variation. Alright, do a quick save. Alright, now, I'm trying to think. Is there any spots here I ain't really explored? You see, I noticed one thing right all the way over there to the left. There's one room we haven't checked out over there. Probably not going to be like, you know, you've lad parts in it, but just got to get in there to it. Which I'm going to be heading back over that way anyway, so. But see, also, it's not just that. There's another thing there too. Right over there, like near like that secret room. There's that one. Okay, so we got a couple things we can check. What's our percentage at now? 97.4. Okay, so let's see. All right, yeah, this way. All right, down this way. Oh, no, you don't. So I'm not really a fan of this sub-weapon, you know, or like that item crash or whatever, but they've helped out there. Notice we got like a lot of trekking we still gotta do. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Trying to see if there's a... But thankfully we can work our way, like we don't have to go all the way up and then around. Okay, just have to like go down. There's like so many spots where I can end up like, you know, getting thrown off. Let's see here. Do you want to go? You want to go through this door? Up and around. Okay, oops, I think we went over a little bit too far. This happens a lot with this game. You know, I can tear those things out, no problem. Now it's still annoying. Right, I forgot. This is where we need a ring. I don't think I necessarily need it, but... Because the thing is, I'm not like taking as much damage as I did before, wherever, so I can kind of like get through here without the ring. It's just gonna be a bit more of an annoyance than anything, but... Right. Yeah. Just trying to go ahead and just, hurry on, get back over there. I don't really necessarily have to fight these guys. I can just, like, dash right by them. So let's see here. I go right. We're getting there. It's taking some time, but we're getting there. I will say I've never actually seen that movie. I've seen, like, some of Lupin the Third. I haven't actually seen the movie, though. Okay, we're already, like, close to where we need to be. Okay. Over here, we go up. Like, we'll know, like, where we need to be, or where once we get to a spot where it's got, like, a question mark. Okay, we'll go and check the, like, the left-hand side right here first. I guess we go up, and it's like, and then it's a little bit further. This is right here, right? Yeah. Just a little bit more. There better be something important in here. Oh, god dang it. Well, I mean, that was an experience. We've learned stuff. We've learned things. Here's what concerns me, though. There's a couple spots I'm looking at here. Which, either way, I mean... See, there's that one spot over there to the right. There's a pixel right there that's out of place. There's a spot we ain't looked at. Don't want to go back to that or not. We'll go ahead and head back through, like... God, I hate this. This camp's so freaking confusing. Okay, so we're gonna go and, like, see this one spot first before we go down further. Into that, in that center right there, because I remember, like, what happened in Symphony of the Night. That's where we fought Shaft, like in the center of the castle. It was like that thing opened up in the clock room. is not what I thought it was. Darn it. It's a freaking elevator. I am an elevator. See, we couldn't go through here before. Oh, y'all just love your teleporting rooms, don't you? Yeah, yeah. There better be something good to this one. Because the things I know it's not, because I've seen like different layouts of the castle and it didn't really like help me out much with any of it. Oh, what the fuck? Now y'all just trying to crack wise. Okay. Hardy har har. Oh, that one sucks even more. How the hell is it gonna be like, you know, a castle like run by someone like, you know, who's nocturnal and the moon armor is worse than the sun armor? But, I mean, this does help. Like, you know, me switch things back because I did want to go and check that area all the way to the left, so. I guess that's what we're going to do next. I mean, I can save, then check the center and see if there's something to it. Axe armor, I'm going to smack you around just 'cause. Okay, I ain't about to get a finesse by no axe armor. Yeah, you tell that mean wall. Oh, you... As I've said before, we don't take axe armor seriously around here. That's the rule. Yes. Yeah, it's like, oh, my axe armor, I can do this. That's what you look like. Asshole. You axhole. That's what you are, yeah. And you, my friend, need some Colgate. Okay, I'll take the holy water for sure. I hate that axe. I don't even want to, like, you know, be caught, like, using the same weapon that, like, you know, axe armor uses. Freaking peasants. Yeah, this is definitely, like, exactly what happened in Symphony of the Night. Stop. Juice, it's you. Lydia, you alright? She's lost consciousness, but I think we've made it here in time. Maxim, you still managed to hold on to your true self. Yes, by some means or another, but I've reached my limit. I beg you, take my life. What do you speak of? I can't. I can't hang on any longer. I can't fight the impulse. But I cannot take your life. Then I'll make you kill me. Defend yourself. Oh, God, you know... Now, see, I think I already know, like, a trick to this. Because we're going to go by, basically, since it's, like, so much Symphony of the Night, I want to try something. I'm just curious here. I'm hoping it's gonna make a difference on things, but... You don't back your little punk ass off. Maxim, you gotta... You know... Oh, great, he's a friggin' ninja now. Did you taunt me, you little punk? Enough. Take a bath. Good thing I stocked up on these. Oh, for the love. How about no? I'm really not a fan of him. Okay. You need to behave yourself. Thank you, Juice, for I did truly desire to be felled by your hand. Maxim, I wanted to free you from your cursed fate. Why am I talking like, Juice with him? That's enough. There's no need to speak of anything else. Take care of Liddy, will you? Well, oh, crap. Maxim. No. Y'all ain't gonna tell me that this is the ending. Screw that. No, That had to have been like a bad ending we just got. Looks like you're coming too. Have we been saved? Yes. Huh. Where's Maxim? Maxim is... Juice, it's alright. You don't have to say anything more. I have no idea about what happened between the two of you. But you mustn't blame yourself. Blaming yourself is the same as blaming him. Perhaps you're right. Indeed, Maxim would have agreed with you. At any rate, let's go home. We'll forget it all out after we rested. Sounds good. Let's go home, Liddy. I'm sorry, y'all gonna take that in and shove it. I know damn well that's not the true ending of this game. I'm going right back in there. No, that ain't the, no. There's definitely gotta be more to it than that. The fact y'all got me, like, collecting the Vlad parts and everything, that might be what the problem was. Maybe I was supposed to fight after I got all the Vlad parts. Okay, I'm just gonna, just leave that elevator alone. I'm not even going back down there just yet. No, no, that's a... You ain't gonna give me some cop-out ending like that. You can forget it. No. No way in hell I'm taking that ending. Forget it. The other way. Look, dude, I got a stupid-ass fleet man to get out of my face. Oops. Okay, so... And they're actually, saying I actually went down there. So see, that's the thing. It's actually showing, apparently it's saved. Because it's showing like I actually had gone down there. Give me some cheap ass ending like that. I am, no, I'm mad as hell over that. And I guess I still had the rings equipped. See, and that's the thing. You could tell they knew someone was going to do that because they let you go right back. I didn't even save, and it was a save point technically. Like it saved after I beat him apparently. I'm gonna take some cheap ass ending like that. Nuh-uh. I'm going right back down there. I mean, or I'm gonna figure this out. I swear, like hold on a second. I had something stronger than a Twilight Cloak. We don't really need the luck anyway. We'll just, like... Arm plates. Bloody glove. Yeah, we'll just do that. It's got me mad, though. I was trying to, like, do it the same way I did, like... Because I'm having a feeling like wearing both those rings is going to play a part in it. Because it makes sense, because, you know, it's basically, you know, like, you know, the bracelet of his best friend and whatnot. I heard somewhere you got to use them for something. I'm having a feeling that's probably because I got to, like, wear them for some reason. But I'm thinking also just... Come in fast, I'll kick your teeth out. Jerk. So my thing is, like, where's the last, like, Vlad part, then? Okay, we're gonna go down here. Nope. Okay, I was looking at the chat and I ran right into Lizard Man right there. I swear, again, they let that came right out of Soul Calibur. I can tell I didn't really get like enough sleep last night. Still good for this stream, you know, the rest of this stream, and like, you know, the Arcade Paradise stream later, but... There we gotta go down one. Feels like I like need to break it again. Whatever. Fortunately, no, it's not gonna be anything. I don't know. I mean, probably just gonna be like a little upgrade in my health or something. Get out of the way. Magical armor. Probably could be anything to it, but... That's what I figured. Magic consumption rate is reduced. Now that'd be nice, like if I'm just like, you know, relying purely on, you know, using my spells. Or primarily. Okay, so still like, you know... And I said we almost got the entirety of this explored. See, that's the thing, too. There's two different versions of that. So that's the thing. It's kind of weird. So here's what's, you know, kind of bugging me about this. Why would they put emphasis on that? Like, all right, so We're gonna come back down here like that because we gotta like switch it over to Castle B anyway to go and explore that. And it's really not gonna take us long because there's like do this because there's a thing right over here. I don't know, we might actually finish this today. I'm not sure. That's one reason I'm kind of like, going a little bit longer with this. I'm thinking that maybe possible that assuming I find this last Vlad piece or whatever it is, I can wrap this up. It definitely feels like we're at the end game. The fact that, we're at like, the last like, few little, bits percentages, for both like castles. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna like explore it like 200%. Be nice, but it'll be like the second Castlevania I've explored 200%. All right, appreciate you, Nico. That's fine. Do your thing. Definitely appreciate the lurk. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, I mean, I'll just be happy if I actually finish it. I know the 200% isn't mandatory. I mean, I'm just ready to finish this game. I've been working on this for weeks, like on Wednesdays and everything. And really, it's only a couple other spots I really need to like, hit for 200. So I could go do that. To my stupid self, I went down there and saved, didn't even do that. Oh my god. That's where my mind's at. I went down. I should have saved after I did this. Whatever. It's not really anything that's gonna kill me. There's a save room right over there before I go and access that anyway. So. It's really like right here. There's like one little spot over there in the lower right that we gotta hit. And we're at 97.1 for this. So who knows? Maybe we could do 200. Unless there's like some very secret rooms I haven't actually found yet. So I'm wondering if it could be that we got like all the Vlad pieces. And this other thing is just like some other like, little other item. Right now, let's go ahead out. I got a pigeon. Alright, there better be something like, over here. War fatigues. Literally just like a random piece of armor at the back of the bucket. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for like the Switch 2. Now I was excited about some of the prices for stuff though. But really when you think about it, back like in the late 90s, a lot of stuff like, was like similar prices. Like Killer Instinct for the Super Nintendo was like I think close to $90. So people are like talking about the prices and everything. Yeah, like prices of games that have actually are up for this, but and I hate that they're going back up. But like in the late 90s, like, prices for video games were still like really crazy, but, especially for that time. Yeah, I mean, I want one. I definitely am interested in that Mario Kart game. Like, it'd be cool, like, to do like, some play sessions for that, like with people. That looks like it's one that's gonna be like a lot of fun to stream and just exploring around and stuff. Yeah, the main concern I'm just thinking of is like the scalpers and all that. Because the main takeaway, like we were talking about, like on the Discord earlier, is okay, yeah, they're trying to like prioritize those who have like a lot of playtime, like on this, or I suppose of what I've heard. Okay, yeah, it's simple for scalpers. All they gotta do is just put a game on, and just basically have it where like their character runs around in circles, like with a rubber band or whatever, or just like have the game like just idle. They could easily get like hours up on games where it make it like to emulate like heavy playtime. But I also keep telling myself, as much as I, just wish like they just leave everything alone. I've also like just saying like maybe if we're lucky. I know it sounds really bad because I definitely want people to get their Switch 2s, but I'm also saying like if we're lucky, personally I'd rather be like the scalpers just completely disappear. But maybe they'll actually latch onto the Switch too and leave Pokemon cards alone for a while. But I'm just hoping that either way, people I'm hoping that something will happen where where they won't have a lot of shortages on the Switch too. But I'm thinking it's gonna probably be another PS5, fiasco. All right, so 97.6. See, there's a couple spots over there down the lower right that we need to check out. Yeah, I had to wait a while, and I kind of technically got lucky with mine because mine it was when I think they were just starting showing the wild again, so they were still very scarce, and I got really lucky because I went to Walmart one day and I had the money. I was like, I'm just gonna humor it. So I went in they had none on display. No, I think they had some Xbox consoles, but no PS5s. And I just asked guy, I was like, hey, do y'all have any PS5s? And I was expecting him to just say no right out of the gate. He's like, I think we might. Let me go and check. So he goes to the back, and and this other employee, she was waiting right there with me. And then when he came back up, he was empty-handed. I told the story a few times already, but he was empty-handed. And I was like, damn. And then she said, do you have any? He's like, yeah. And my eyes just lit up. I was like, I'm actually about to walk out here with a PS5. And yeah, it was like that thing where I felt defeated. And then the moment he said they had them, it's just, that was the first time I've actually felt like a kid at Christmas time, in a very long time. Yeah. Definitely, not a fan of people like that, for sure. So I can do that too, you jerk. I like how they keep trying to use my attacks against me. Down to the skeletons, wearing and actually at Belmonts, with whips. Okay, that kick just looked brutal, the way that Alf landed. See, and I was just talking about these jerks, and then, there they are. Yeah, it's basically the majority of my friends. I don't have, anyone in my town that I hang out with, really, except for, McDD43, because he, lives, same town as me. Okay, yeah, down this way. Oops. Yeah, well, I mean, you're human like anyone else. You deserve, kindness. My whole thing is that, I basically just try to, treat others the way I feel I've been treated, and you're cool in my book. And I mean, I just feel like there's, already, way too much cruelty in the world and all that, and I definitely have my moments where I know I can be, a pain to be around. I mean, I think, a lot of people, are like that, but I know I definitely have my moments, but I mainly try to get along with people, try to just have a good time, try to be easygoing and all that. And it takes a lot usually to frustrate me and make me mad. What actually doesn't take, usually it doesn't really take a lot, I guess, times to frustrate me considering everything I've had going on in my life. But as far as to really make me not be able to stand someone, yeah, it tends to take a lot. But I mean, you ain't done anything wrong by me. So. Yeah. I mean, I have my struggles and all that, but I try to basically, just make it known that even with everything I'm dealing with or whatever, I don't actually, usually if I'm angry, like if I'm, have like, a reason like to be upset with someone, I usually tend to make it known. But otherwise, I don't like, usually I try like not like, whenever I have like, my moments, I try not to like take it out on people who don't deserve it. And if I do, I try to apologize and own up for it. But my whole thing is it's just literally, it's the whole, it's like my take on it is simply that you treat me like people I care about or just people in general with, kindness. That's what I try to give in return. But, if you're an ass to others, that's basically what you get from me. If you're treat me with disrespect, people I care about with disrespect, or, just anyone with disrespect who doesn't deserve it, I don't really have much use for you. Jerk. Let's see here. Yeah, it's kind of got like, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand like anxiety stuff for sure. I get it. See, I know I keep checking again because the map here is for some reason, I swear, like the maps in this Castlevania are so confusing compared to others. If I can't finish this today, I don't know exactly what I'll like do for retro night next, retro stuff next week. But I do still have like one more Castlevania, like from like the Advanced Collection. I keep getting like Aria and Dawn like mixed up. Pretty sure it's Dawn of Sorrow. I still gotta do that one for this, and I need to get a copy of the Dominus Collection for Portrait of Ruin, Order of Ecclesia, and the other Soma game. But yeah, that's just my thing, I try to be kind to others, try to be friendly, because, there's like already like enough like hate in the world. Why is this thing closed now? See, okay, now it's closed. Wonder if I gotta go up and access that thing again. But yeah, I just try to be good to people. I have my moments, like I said, I feel like everyone does. Just basically, like, what you do, like, in regards, like, how you own up to those moments. Yeah. And that's kind of like exactly how I am with these... Yeah, the situation I've spoken about, like, on my streams and, YouTube posts, and basically, like, what little bit I dealt with today. But again, hopefully, like, that won't be too much of a problem for much longer. Okay, we need to go and check these two spots down here. Yeah, it's kind of like, the main character in my book that I've been writing, which I don't know if I'm ever going to finish the thing. I've got, like, some chapters I've read here on this channel. My character, I base on myself, Kyan. One of the most easygoing, like, compassionate people you can meet. He's definitely got a foul mouth like I do. But the thing is, he's, like, loaded. He has, like, a crap load of money. He's rich and everything. And he's, like, someone who basically, doesn't care, like, doesn't basically use his money for himself as much as he does others. One part in the book where he accidentally, like, accidentally messed up this guy's car trying to save a baby. And he just just casually pulls, like, several $100s, like, out of his pocket, like, to help the guy repair his car. And also buy himself something nice. And, and Kyan is, like, one of the nicest people. But let's just say there's one spot where, he, this guy, like, this dude, like, slaps his girlfriend and then tries to kick her while she's down. And the whole scenario ends with, like, Kyan crushing both his hands so he can't ever, like, hit anyone ever again. But yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, the shelves right there, I got my Pokemon stuff on. That's the Billy, like that one and that one. Like you might like to see the little Kirby on. Those are Billy shelves from IKEA. And that one right there in the center, I just got from Walmart. And the ones all the way over there, that's another shelf. I forgot the name, but it's a bookshelf from IKEA. you'd be surprised, like, the bookshelves over there only cost, like, about, like, probably $30 a piece. If I ever finish it, I mean, I've been technically working on it for over a decade. I don't know if I ever actually finished the thing, but there's a good bit of it already up on my channel. It's kind of is. It's big enough to play VR in. It's definitely, like, big in comparison, like, you know, some of my, you know, earlier streams here on YouTube. Back when I lived in this other house where, like, I literally, it was my bedroom and, like, my streaming room, like, all together, so I didn't have a whole lot of space. Because this is definitely much more spacious than what I had. Freaking axe armors. I mean, that's the thing, like, it's big enough for VR, but I still gotta watch it because I don't want to, like, you know, obviously run in the shelves. Yeah, but it's taken me, like, you know, a good few years to get all this together. Yeah, like I said, originally the book started out as just, like, a tribute to my friends at the time. But, you know, now, like, I pretty much just changed the names of all the characters, you know, changed how they look. They don't even, like, really look like my friends anymore. Or former friends. I mean, my character, like, technically hasn't ever really actually looked like me, IRL. He's got, like, you know, like, needle straight, you know, black, hair that goes down to, like, his neck. And, obviously, like, you know, the supernatural color of his eyes and everything, since he's a demon. But, yeah. I don't know if I'm ever actually gonna get that thing finished. We met on this site called Vampire Freaks. For anyone who remembers that. Just, yeah. Basically, like, a goth, basically, you know, we'll just say, like, you know, people who dress alternative or whatever. It was like, yeah. And we met there. Yeah, but Vampire Freaks has been, like, you know, gone, for, you know, just... I can't remember if it's still up now, but I think if it is, it's just, like, a clothing store now. Yeah, it was around for a while, and, no longer is. But it was basically, you know, a site for, like, people who pretty much, you know, just... Let's just say, like, you know, people who weren't normies, I guess you can say. Which just sucks. I did actually meet, like, a few, you know, cool friends on there and everything. Like, you know, still to this day, like, you know, wonder what they're up to. Because, I mean, I don't talk, like, I ain't talked to them in years. Kind of those things, like, once the site, like, you know, fell apart, like, I kind of, like, you know, basically grew out of touch with a lot of people. And me and Amber, like, reconnected, like, you know, like, probably, like, maybe about 3 years ago. Hold on, this might be... See, my dumb self. And I think I actually came up here, like, in one of the other castle variants. Do not tell me all that is just armor. Walk armor. I know what that is, though. I know all about the walk armor. I'm completely befuddled here. I don't know, like, you know, where the other thing is. I ain't gonna lie, you know, when I'm doing, like, the thing when I, like, do, like, when I chain the jumps like that in midair, it makes me feel like, you know, Sanji doing his skywalk or whatever in One Piece. Okay, so this is another bust, rogues, right here. See, because the main thing I'm thinking about here, you go down to relics, there's, like, one more thing. And since it's down below everything else, it makes me feel like, you know, it's another, you know, it's a thing for, like, you know, another, you know, Vlad piece. Now, I'm gonna, like, look this over, because obviously we know, like, where the one spot... Oh, motherfucking son of a bitch. I just noticed it. All the way down there at the bottom. I was about to, like, switch over to the other things. I was okay, we need to, like, just check this out. And then, yeah, there's a spot down there I ain't checked. I'm gonna hope that's where we gotta go. Thankfully, it's not that far away. But let me check the other variants of this, though. See, it's the only spot here that it's explored there. See, we're at 99.4 on this one. So there's that one little room down there or whatever. I don't know if it's going to help us or whatever, but... Okay, y'all need to get the hell out of my way. Friggin' bunch of random-ass friggin' Willy Wonka and a Chocolate Factory rejects. Frickin' blobby-ass gobstoppers. Get out of my way. Like, never-lasting blob stoppers? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna start calling you. Doesn't roll off the tongue that well, but... Yeah, definitely. And it kind of like, you know, there's a few people I've reconnected with recently. Some that, basically kind of like went up in smoke again. But some of them, like, you know, it's kind of like, you know, it's just basically awesome having back. Okay, so yeah, thankfully it's not that far away to get over to this. Yeah, I got there, Juicy. God dang it, Juicy. I sometimes call him Juicy. I don't know why. I'm just gonna like just kick him dead in the face and that's it. Yeah. Just as a warning, Nico, age discussion's kind of like, you know, a thing on this channel or whatever. You know, you didn't know, probably. But it's basically just like a thing I kind of like have in place just to protect people. Like, you know, I basically have a thing about age and like location discussion. No, you're fine. It's not a problem. It's just pretty much because it's my, you know, thing is, you never really know like who someone is online. And I mean, mainly it's more in place of the whole concept of, you know, obviously I know like people are adults here and everything. But the reason like I basically don't want anyone discussing age, I feel like, you know, if the adults like says their age, you know, if someone like who's, you know, much younger comes in, they'll, you know, think that gives them a pass to do it. And you never really know who someone is online. The last thing I want is like, you know, it's really just kind of a paranoia thing where I'm kind of concerned, like, you know, someone will be in the chat that would like, you know, try to prey on a kid. So yeah, no, you're fine. But it's understand, you know, it's not a problem. You know, I'm not mad at you. I understand, like, you know, you didn't know, but it's kind of like the same thing, like with this age discussion, or not age discussion, you know, location. I actually had to talk to someone about my Discord, like, about that yesterday. Because they had, like, discussed, like, you know, like, mentioned, like, towns and everything. And it's just kind of like, you know, you hear so many horror stories in the live stream community about, like, thankfully it doesn't happen an insane amount of times. But the times you've heard, like, you know, someone, and even not just in live streaming, but just online presence in general, where you hear, like, horror stories of, like, someone, like, stalking someone to their town. But yeah, that's the thing. It's just like you're not in trouble or anything. I just basically am just trying to, like, you know, basically, I'm like Gamer said, I'm kind of like, you know, protective of, you know, people. Yeah, I just, you know, worry. You know, because I basically get, like, you know, the last thing I'd want is to find out that someone that was watching my stream had someone, like, you know, outright stalk them because, like, they found out a person's location on my stream. And there was, like, you know, back when I streamed on Mixer, there was this one guy, you know, who would, like, you know, like, every time, like, you know, one of my viewers at the time came in the chat, he was in there, and he was talking about, you know, those things I want to say, but I can't because they're here. And it's like he was just trying to make a scene. And eventually I banned him, and then he tried, like, you know, talking to me on Discord, and I didn't realize he was banned yet, like, on my streams, trying to, like, you know, basically say this, and I was like, and I wasn't having it. Yeah, it's nothing really, you know, it's not like a whole lot of stuff. It should have been like a pop-up, you know, that showed, like, you know, when you're at the stream and everything. But it's mainly, the thing is just no spoilers, no backseat gaming, which, you know, I know you're not going to do any of that anyway. And basically, no follow for... A lot of this stuff I know you wouldn't do. Like, I basically no follow for follow, no sub for sub. Which I have, like, you know, those words, like, blacklisted on my, like, you know, basically blocked on my channel anyway, so if someone came and tried to say it, they wouldn't be able to. But it's basically no sub for sub, no follow for follow, and like different variants, no age discussion, no spamming emotes or, like, you know, letters. Yeah, I'm pretty, you know, I'm not like insanely strict per se. The main rule, of course, I got is just don't be an asshole, don't be a douche. Yeah, I mean, Yeah, I agree, Jeremy. I mean, it's kind of like, you know on my Discord, but it's like a lot of similar rules like I have on my Discord for the most part. It's basically just, be cool to each other. Don't be spamming, things like, letter, like, words and, emotes and all that. Bullet tip. You see, y'all's tips or whatever, because I'm not even going to talk, like, bullet tip, like, it actually spray. We're not even going to talk about that. Phrasing. Yeah, I will. That's the thing. I give warnings. That's the thing. I try to, like, give warnings. I'm not going to outright ban someone, and, I already know you're cool people and everything, so I know if, like, if you basically, wouldn't mean it if you mess up. But I know some people come in and try to break rules just to do it. Yeah, what was the, So I got it literally, like, I've got a whip that's a gun. Yeah, I don't really need that, because I'm always, like, up close and personal anyway with them, so I'll keep the platinum one. That's, like, definitely, like, a trade-off on strength. Alright, that's fine, Nico. $98.2. So unfortunately, that didn't really work out. I was hoping there was going to be something there, and it wasn't. So let me, like, since I missed that, I'm trying to see if there's anywhere else on the map that I didn't check. That's a problem. I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, if I'm right, because if anyone actually needs, like, a refresher course on, like, commands, I think it should be comm list. Yeah. Alright, so it's saying there's, like, one more piece of furniture here. There's that one, like, spot right there where there's a little black pixel down there. But I don't know if that has anything to do with it. So I'm trying to think here. I know they like, having their hidden rooms. The problem. But they're saying there's one piece of furniture is missing here. But I was just trying to explore the map, see if there's, like, any spot, like, where, like, it showed that, like, there was a blue item missing, because that would have been, like, the last Vlad part. Yeah, sure. It's not. Yeah, go ahead, Nika. Yeah, I'm confused here. Because we basically, like, checked, like, all the spots, like, where you could go upwards that I could think of. So the only spot that, really is still kind of, like, sticking out to me is, like, right there. I mean, it's basically showing, like, we've explored, like, the mass, like, a good part of the map. But the only thing that really still sticks out is, like, is the blue area right there. We know this. I mean, I'm having a feeling it's probably, like, the spots, like, they were, like, where we could, like, break through. Maybe. Okay, so I'm at least gonna go on in there and explore at the right-hand side. I know it's not gonna be anything to it, but... that one, like, roadblock I hate, like, hitting Castlevania, which is where, like, I explore, like, everything, but now I'm, like, running out of places to check. They're saying there's like a furniture piece somewhere here, and it makes me think that there's like a hidden wall or something that's behind. I mean, the plus side to it is nothing here that can really, like, is really a threat to me. That's always a good thing, but I'm just trying to see if there's any, like, pixel that stands out, but I'm not seeing anything. See, it's bugging me that there's one, like, you know, furniture piece down here that they're saying I haven't got. Because the main reason that bugs me is, okay, if I missed that or whatever, and there's, like, I'm seeing everything here on the map, it looks like, then what else may have I missed around the castle? I mean, the good thing about it is that there's not really a whole lot left. Like, 98.2 on this, 99.4 on that, and I'm pretty sure maybe, like, the last little percentage is probably, like, those pixels over there. Alright, that's fine, Nico. Look away. He says, like I said, it looks like I've covered all the covered everything. I kind of want to do is just so I can, like, loop my way back around. There's no real point to that, because I mean, it would be faster just, like, go back up the way I came, like, to get back up there to the one spot I'm wanting to check. So they get me with this every single time. Without fail, like, they always get me with that one, like, in a spot there. Because it just feels like I'm so close to the end of the game, whatever. I don't want to, like, you know, just end the stream right here knowing I've probably only got, like, maybe... If I can, like, in a fair way, I gotta do, like, maybe, like, another, like, 30 minutes tops to this. It definitely feels like I'm, like, you know, the last leg, you know, considering, like, you know, we got, like, a false ending. I'm pretty sure, like, you know, we're pretty much at the end of the game. So the main thing I tell myself is the fact that obviously, you know, if I was area, like, you know, where there's a, the main thing that could be a takeaway from it all is that if I don't, like, get some furniture, I'm not really that worried about that. It's mainly just that I need to get, like, this last Vlad part. I feel like the furniture's just, like, an optional thing. So that's concerning factor about this too. We got all these different points here or whatever, so any, like, you know, spot I go to or whatever, there could be, like, a variant where, like, it has, like, the part. There's, like, so many different, like, you know, places here. So that's what's really worrying. So I could, like, you know, go through, like, the entire castle, like, you know, and switching, like, you know, between the rooms or wherever. That's gonna take so much time. So I'm at least gonna go down here and, like, you know, and... What the hell's that? Hold on a sec. How'd I miss that? Kettle hat? Unless they dropped it, I didn't notice. So at least I want to do is go down here and, like, explore the right-hand side and see, like, how much more of a percentage that gives me on this. So I'm not going to go in. .99.8 right there. So that literally almost like... That almost filled everything out. So I'm just trying to like, just... I'm looking like at everything I can on the map. See, there might be like some little room I might have missed. I didn't see. If there's anything like it stands out. You see, there's that one... Well, of course, there's like a few other spots there. I was thinking about that one spot right there. There's like one area like there... Like right to the left of the room I'm in. There's like that one long black spot there. But there's also a few other places that are similar to that. I'm trying to see if there's anything that stands out. That where like, feels like it could probably be filled in on the map. Not really having much luck. I mean, we do have some hint cards. I don't think that's going to help me. Wait one damn minute here. I know they didn't just tell me something I did. Oh my god. If it's that simple, I'm gonna be mad as hell. I am gonna be mad as hell of what they just told me right there. Game, I'm warning you. No, you need to get... Last time you fell down there and... See, now look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look, boys, alright, I got other stuff I need to go check. I swear, if it's gonna be this simple, I'm gonna be very, very perturbed. Very, very perturbed. I mean, it means things are gonna be a little bit easier, but if it was actually this simple the whole time and it's something else that I didn't know about. I know this said kneel before the round gate. All this time, I've been bitching about the warp rooms not actually being warp rooms, and all I had to do was push down. This game is continuing to troll the hell out of me. Yeah, all I had to do, so this makes everything a whole lot easier. I can push down to warp around, use up to change the layout of the castle. Wait, hold on. I swear they warped me somewhere before. Okay, I guess like they basically like warp between like a couple... See, what I'm doing here is I'm basically using this to kind of like try to... Okay, so here's the weird thing. All right, we done checked every single one of these warps, and not a single one of them, like, had like a like a Vlad piece there. Okay, let me actually just go and just check this to be sure. Do we have all of them? And there's just something else that's in that spot. So there are 6. So where's the last one? I'm just curious about that now. I mean, I'm not looking it up or anything. I'm just. All right. I mean, I'm just like looking up the name of it at least. I'm actually like trying to figure out how to find it. I'm just curious. So we got the we need the Ring of Vlad. Okay. So we know there's like one more piece left. There's still like not much barrel because, like I said, I'm not looking up how to actually find it. I mean, I know it said we need the Ring of Vlad. All right, let's check these again. Eyes of the goddess statue point to a secret passageway. The Red Book and the dagger share a secret. Some of the stuff is insanely cryptic. I'm trying to think. Eye of the goddess statue point to a secret passage. Let me make sure that's one. I'll check this one just see if that's one I got before or not. And hopefully it's not one I got before. Or hopefully it is, so I won't get something spoiled for me. Hmm. Curious. I mean, I'm just trying to figure. All right. So apparently, saying that one right there, I guess is like one I've already got, done. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I was trying to say that was Nail of Vlad. So apparently, like none of these are really actually anything that's gonna help me out or whatever. I was just like looking at the other hints or whatever. Just apparently one of them is like based around like spells and everything. Okay, so let me All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like kind of like I'm trying to like think of like I mean, there's got to be something I'm missing here, obviously. I just don't know what. But at least we can warp around, so it's going to make it a lot easier. I say it's definitely frustrating because I mean, being what feels like so close to the end of the game. See, here's something I just thought about. Now, I might be wrong about this, but I'm wondering if it could be a possibility that the reason why we're not actually getting a place, finding somewhere where it actually has a Vlad piece, is somewhere where there's not a warp. See, like there's two spots. Like what I'm seeing, there's like a few areas where like there's not really a whole lot of warps or whatever. One like and maybe it's just me, but it's just kind of like I'm looking at it like see, it's showing like right here, showing we got like the rib of Vlad and everything. But if it's like an area where there's not a warp or whatever, we haven't found the warp yet, that might be the reason. So I mean, I just need to kind of like just keep on like looking around till I can find it. Hate the whole thought of that or whatever, but I think I'm like in some ways maybe narrowing everything down. Maybe, hopefully. I mean, I'm just theorizing. Also, audio desync going on again because I'm determined to try to beat this game like today if I can. Fix that audio desync. If not, I'll just have to, like, because I'm already about 3 hours in, like over 3 hours on this. I do still have the Arcade Paradise stream, which I'll be good for it. I mean, I'm a little tired, but okay, boys. That'll be enough of that. Dude, you ain't even doing anything to me. I'm gonna kick both of your asses. Get out of the way. Kicking your ass while I'm washing my hair. How about that? Beautiful locks. You wish you had. Okay, you know what? That's it. Back off. Trying to put that fire out. Same for you, buddy. Wish you had my luscious locks. I'm just like, just hitting random pixels here hoping for something. I'm really not having much luck. Keep hoping that maybe like there's something to this guy right here. It just kind of like still feels weird that thing spawns there. You little... I was just checking those. Those look a little weird. I mean, I'm just mainly just kind of like just because we ain't. I just think about the fact I didn't really explore like a huge amount of this spot over here. It just didn't feel like I I don't know. I mean, there's part of me that's actually considering just looking it up. Just going to get out of the way, but now I feel like I, let the game defeat me. It's just like, what am I missing? Like... You see, there's that one... I look at it right there. There's those rooms down there. There's like... There's like a gap in between, like, rooms there. Like, it might be a secret. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about when I get there. Pretty sure it's gonna be nothing either as well, but... This is when I wish I had my cross. I could just, like, just put that on and just run. You little... I really don't like you, and you really don't want to like make me have to like start backtrack. Now back off, jerk. I ain't gonna lie, it's definitely pretty tedious right now trying to like figure this out. Because in the boss battles in this game haven't been that bad. It's like the exploration has been a bit of a pain. In fact, it's like these little sub areas where they have like items too is the problem. So that's where I'm really concerned. Like at the very least, I'm just considering like looking up like what area it's in, just to narrow that down to go and get it out of the way, but not like the actual solution. This is the least I'm gonna do. If this is what I think it is. If this is the area I think it is. Let me look at the background here. So here's the funny part about this, guys. I actually narrowed it down correctly. It is, like it said, Marble Corridor, and as far as I know, that's where we are right now. It's somewhere in the Marble Corridor. Let me just actually... I think it said, like... I think I also was, like, checking exactly... Yeah. Figured that as well, too. I was on the right track, at the very least. It's just typically just my luck. So I made sure the only thing I looked up was, like, you know, what area and what type of castle. We gotta do Castle A. But that's the least I did. You know, I'm gonna, like, you know, still look for it myself. I just want to, like, you know, just make sure I try to narrow it down and figure it out, because just there's so much backtracking in this, and thankfully, like, the warp things or whatever, like, make it a lot easier. Now I know I can actually use them to get around. Let's hope that, like, you know, there'll be, like, a particular room here that'll, yeah. I'm still gonna, like, you know, just have to, like, you know, look for it. Ain't that about a bitch? Now it pops up. So you guys ain't seeing this, but there's, like, a core, like, the thing is, well, I've taught about, like, you know, how I've actually been able to know that there's, like, something else in the game. That there's something else, just kind of, like, you know, just put this perspective here. Just to show you guys a little behind the scenes thing real quick. Oh, never mind. I got it, like, you know, cut out or whatever. There is, just to kind of show this, I'll take a picture of it. So there's this little, like, side thing right here that basically shows, like, what all's in the area. So that's actually what I've been going by. So you guys can see, because I got it cut out, like, you know, my overlay. But that's actually what I've been going by. And that's how I've been able to find there's, like, you know, things in the area I still need. And that's how I know now that there's, like, a Vlad piece here. So if I would have actually came through here, and that's where I made the mistake. If I would have came through this spot, like with Castle A, I would have, like, you know, known right there. I wouldn't have had to look up, like, you know, what area it was in. So at least we narrowed that down. So since we've narrowed down that, you know, over here in the Marble Corridor, just gotta figure out what room. But at least, you know, we know where it is now. At least it's somewhere around here. I just made the mistake of, like, coming there at Castle B. And that's what was throwing me off. And it basically, like, was what my theory was originally. I was saying, like, it might be somewhere where there's not, like, you know, like a whole lot of warps nearby. But also we kind of, like, realized that there's just certain, like, spots, like the certain areas, like, you know, in a, you know, smaller areas have, like, their own items, I guess. I mean, it's still probably gonna be, like, a bit of a task, like, trying to figure out where it is, but... But like I said, at least I've narrowed it down. That's the good thing. Just gotta, like, find it now. Nope. Okay, we can't, like, go through there. That leads out. Let me see, like, what else we got? Is there anywhere else we can check up here? Okay, we'll go down. Nope. Can't do that. Alright, so let's see. This is confusing. Like, in regards, like, you know, trying to, because, I mean, I'm basically exploring every room. I'm trying to find every room I can here. Okay, did I go up before? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I did. Good thing I didn't lose that. That would have been frustrating. So now we're going back, though. I don't think I checked this room down here. Then everything disappeared when I went this way. So that ain't it. Neither is that. Okay, so it's nothing down here. This is gonna probably take... Nope. So where is it? I think the marble corridor is not really that big. I mean, I'll just be so glad when I find it. Like, I'm at least thankful I narrow things down. Alright, I'm just trying, like, you know, just keep an eye on the map here, just trying to see if there's anything that stands out for spots I may not have checked. Alright, god dang it. I'm basically just hitting like every wall I see, just hoping I might actually, you know... I've already checked back through here too. Yeah, okay. Okay. This is getting frustrating. And then, like, you know, zoomed around, like, all around here, trying to... I've already checked up here. What the fuck? And you know what? I remember now. I came up here at one point before, you know, and I didn't have the double jump. Fucking hell. Okay, so we got everything now. So, at least now we can just warp on back to that one room where... I wonder if, like, that's actually how we have to do this whole thing against Maxim. I'm just glad, alright, glad I found it at least. Okay, so let's hit the warp. And hope that we got like what we need like to actually finish this now. Also, I wouldn't actually pay attention to see what it does. More dragons, alright, increases luck. Wait, hold on, let me see. Okay. I kind of see, like, I saw the increase there. Alright, we're gonna, just to humor things. Since they like being cryptic about stuff, I'm hoping that maybe, since we have all the artifacts, maybe that'll actually open up the way in here. Doubt it, but... I know it was closed before, so it's probably not gonna, like, just be randomly open now. Okay, well, that works. Alright. Someone was telling me to check, and sure enough, okay. Okay. So hopefully things go different this time that we got everything. But just like to be doubly sure, I'm gonna, like, you know, where, 99.1. 99.8. Damn it, don't step on it. Shit, juice. Hold up. Normally I wouldn't do this. Hang on. Just because that way I can kind of like go around the other way. Or what's percentage now on it? That's the weird thing about it. It's 97.8 on both of them. We're 97.8 on that. You know, I know we're missing a furniture piece somewhere. So when we go up here, it's going to be 97.8. Liddy. He still draws breath, but damn, I'm too late. Welcome to the party, Juice. You're late. Maxim. Maxim, oh, his spirit no longer lives with me. And I owe it all to that woman. Look at all the strength she's given me. Damn it. No mercy for you. Who needs mercy? Weak threats from an unworthy opponent. It's a pain in the ass to deal with, though. Jeez. Just the main problem I got with this, the fact I'm having to like use the these stupid rings. Enough of Shadow Clone Jutsu. That bracelet. You wore it for me. Right, this is different this time. Maxim, is that you? Why you still live within me? I thought you were dead. Remember, Maxim, you're stronger than this. You're right, but compared to the training we had, this is nothing. Why can't I not free myself of you? Because I chose not to free you, Juiced. Finish me off. This is a strong magic at work. The remains. As long as I have this power, I have no need for this body. Here, have it. Well, hello, Drake. I'm not stable, but your blood will once again make me whole. Take it if you can. Do not underestimate the power of Belmont. Okay, let's begin then. I'll enjoy destroying you. Yeah, we're gonna like change things up a little bit, Drac. Because I ain't gotta wear these bracelets anymore. Don't know how much it's gonna help, but... Alright, Of course, it's the freaking head I gotta hit. Okay, this is all there is to him. You better have a second form. You gotta be kidding me. I don't know why you laugh. You get your ass kicked. He ain't even touched me yet. You better have a second form. There ain't no way in hell. That's more like it. Okay, if I lose this, then I deserve it. Like, how the hell are you gonna just consist of all, like, you know, all, like, the MacGuffins I collected throughout the game? That's literally all he is. Oh, for the love of God, Dracula. You know, you were... That was pathetic. I ain't never had, like, you know, that easy of a time beating him. I told you so. Do not underestimate the power of my bloodline. So this is the power of a Belmont. You should know. You done got your ass kicked by our family for how long now? Vile spawn of Maxim. You are not worthy of being my opponent. I will just diss the hell out of Dracula here. I'll now fade from this world, but I will find some pleasure in this. With the cursed powers of yours, destiny calls you to hunt for all eternity. Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever. Where am I? Maxim, you come back to us. Am I alive? Use your own strength to force him out of you. She better wake up. What's my strength? It was yours and Liddy's. What about Liddy? Did you save her? She hasn't come to, but her bite marks faded when Dracula was vanquished. She's regained some color. Just a matter of time before she wakes up. I see. Just please forgive me. It's all behind us now. Everyone's been saved, so there's nothing more to say. Thank you. I was worried. I thought her ass was dead. He said he was too late. I thought her ass was dead before he actually commented on the bite marks fading and everything. I thought she was gone. I ain't gonna lie. Looks as if Liddy's coming too. Jeez, what am I doing here? I think that I was bitten by Maxim. Maxim, you kinky motherfucker. Calm down. You must have just had a bad dream. Feel your neck. So let's just you gonna explain to her how the hell, you know, y'all just like hanging out here and she just passed out randomly, like, you know, over here, like on this beautiful countryside for no freaking reason. I was like, well, why am I unconscious? You had an allergic reaction to a mosquito, but it's okay. It was vanquished. You know, my family has a history of, you know, easily swatting bloodsuckers. There's nothing there. It's just a dream. They tell her the truth. You tell her the truth. You're the one that caused all this, you ass. Shh. Keep quiet. What? Maxim, you come back. I was like, oh, now you notice I'm here, Liddy. Yes, but actually... All right, use the wrong voice. Yeah, yes, but actually... Yes, Maxim, I'm sure you're exhausted, so let's talk after we get home. No, I want to... Come on, Maxim. Nothing happened. Isn't it best we leave it at that? No, that's not right. You should finish what you start. What did you just say? And out, you two. I imagine them just both, like, and they got like the whole, like, you know, Trevor and Alucard thing, you know, going on from like Netflix Castlevania. I just see like Maxim like turning away, be like, bitch, and then like just this asshole. Stop it, both of you. Don't get started. Just got together. Let me put you both in a corner. And she's like just doing this. Got her arms out. Actually, Liddy, I'll hear your stories at home. Until then, let's talk about other things. You heard the lady. All right. It's been a while, hasn't it, since the three of us got together? Yes, it has. Yes. Alright, guys. So, yep, that was Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. It's a good thing I didn't stick it out and go ahead and try to finish it, because I would have been mad as heck if I would have, like, you know, took the, you know, ended it after the Cyclops, knowing dang well there was, like, we were that close. Just had to, like, you know, figure things out and fit in. I need a little nudge in the right direction, but thankfully the good news is I already was, like, in the area where the last piece was. I just, like, you know, was in a long form of the version of the castle. If I would have actually, you know, been in Castle A, I would have, like, you know, realized, okay, yeah, like, the last piece is right here. But yeah, definitely was, like, you know, solid entry in the series. I think, like, I've heard, like, mixed things on what people have, you know, said and considered, like, you know, in this one versus Circle of the Moon. As far as the advanced ones, I feel like, personally, I think, like, I like the advanced Castlevanias. The best one, I feel, is, Aria of Sorrow, or Dawn of Sorrow, which one, I keep getting them mixed up. I feel like that's the best one out of them, so I have played that one before. But I would say that this is definitely, like, you know, my second favorite out of the advanced Castlevania. Circle of the Moon was good. I feel like it actually had better music, and it definitely, you know, was still, like, you know, fun in its own right. It had, like, you know, a fair bit of challenge. This one was easier. It's like the combat was easier. The final boss was an absolute pushover. Even Death was like a piece of cake. I had to figure out what, you know, how to beat him. I could just stand on his back and just smack him a bunch of times. But I feel like the one thing that was really frustrating about this was the music wasn't really the best. It was okay, just like, you know, it felt like they could have, like, definitely taken advantage. You know, it's like this one music took, like, you know, kind of like a downward, you know, it was as good as like Circle of the Moon and all that. Definitely feels like they could have, like, you know, put more oomph into it, like, you know, with, like, you know, the soundboard or the chip, you know, for, like, you know, the Game Boy Advance. But I feel like it's kind of a contrast. Circle of the Moon was tough, but the castle felt like it was, like, much easier to navigate. Like, you know, the combat was, like, you know, it was more difficult, but the castle seemed like it was easier to navigate. This one, the castle was an absolute pain in the ass, but the combat was a piece of cake. Definitely like some of, like, you know, the, yeah, I'm glad, Jeremy. That's kind of like one of the reasons I like doing retro streams, like, basically, you know, giving people a chance to, like, reminisce, you know, and get, like, put the nostalgia goggles on for a bit. So definitely glad to hear that. That's one reason I like doing my, you know, I actually do the retro games, you know, give people, like, a chance to kind of, like, you know, just go back in time and, like, you know, check out, you know, and revisit some of their favorite games and they haven't actually, if not actually playing it, just watching someone else play it. But yeah, like I said, it's definitely a contrast there. Circle of the Moon, Castle was easier to navigate. The combat was more difficult. With this one, the combat was a piece of cake for the most part. I didn't really struggle with, like, too many of the bosses. I think the only ones that really actually beat me, I think, was actually Death, I think. I think I actually did lose to one other one, if I remember correctly. I can't recall. But the combat was a piece of cake, but the castle itself was a pain to navigate. But I could definitely see, like, a lot of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, like, you know, influence here. So I believe that was the reason, like, what the whole thing was. They were trying to do, like, they were trying to follow up Castlevania Symphony of the Night with a Game Boy Advance concept of it. You know, you had, like, the, you know, different versions of the castles, even though it wasn't inverted. You had, like, the different castle variations. You even had, like, some bosses from Castlevania Symphony of the Night, like Legion, showing up. And you even had, like, a protagonist that had like, white hair. And they had the whole thing with, like, you know, having, like, a particular item that you needed, like, to wear to basically get, like, get a good ending. Because, like, with Symphony of the Night, you know, you had to, like, wear, like, the goggles to be able to hit, like, the orb over Richter's head. Otherwise, you get the bad ending. And doing that, like, you know, wearing the goggles allowed you to unlock the inverted castle. And this one, like, you know, let us, you know, get the true ending of the game. Basically, where we got to fight Dracula, who was an absolute wimp. But yeah, overall, though, I definitely enjoyed it. It's, like I said, it was long overdue for me to get around to playing it. And thankfully, the Advanced Collection gave me a chance to do that. And like I said, the next Castlevania I play is going to be, like, the final Advanced game, which is just to make sure I get the right one. It's not because, again, I keep getting it and Dawn and Aria mixed up. I want to say Dawn of Sorrow is on the Advance. See, Dawn of Sorrow is on the DS. I need to remember. Aria of Sorrow is on the Advance. Dawn of Sorrow is on the DS. So yeah, next one that we're going to play for Castlevania is going to be Aria of Sorrow. But I don't know exactly when it's going to be. I may play this, start on RESR next week, because I really am, like I said, I have been on a Metroidvania kick. But I also would like kind of maybe switch it up a little bit. There's like a couple of other like, retro games I would like to play. So I would like one of them in question will probably be like a one-off. I could probably like do in one stream maybe. But I may go ahead and start on Aria of Sorrow, or I may actually, play like one of these other games that really wouldn't take me too long to complete. Because there's like several retro games I really want to kind of like get around to actually doing like some stuff for. Like I would like to eventually get around to doing Donkey Kong Country. I had beat the first Donkey Kong Country like on stream before, which is the first time I ever actually, did complete it. That was back on Twitch. And I would like to do like another like stream series for Donkey Kong Country. I guess kind of inspired by the fact that we had the, I originally wanted to do it anyway. With like, one of the announcements during the Nintendo Direct today. For those who hadn't like, watched it, I'll let you see it. But that was like a pretty awesome Donkey Kong announcement that I'm really excited about. And it definitely kind of like, I already wanted to do like a Donkey Kong Country stream at some point, or like a series. And now it kind of like has me definitely wanting to double down on that, because I've never beat any of the Donkey Kong Country games. So it would be cool to kind of like go in and like and do some streams for some of those, even though they're notorious for being difficult in their own right. Nico Dorico. Okay, yeah, I might look into that. But yeah, if I don't do Aria of Sorrow, I've got some ideas for what I may play, but it may more than likely be I might go ahead and get started on Aria of Sorrow, because again, I've been on this whole Metroidvania kick, so that may be what I go ahead and do. But of course, you guys will know when I get to that point, when Wednesday gets here, or next Wednesday. But overall, though, I definitely absolutely enjoyed playing through Harmony of Dissonance, because again, there's like still like a couple more of the Metroidvania ones I still need to play through that I never played before, specifically Portrait of Ruin and Order of Ecclesia. I played Aria and Dawn of Sorrow. As well as, of course, I've beaten Symphony of the Night. I've, because when I say I played Aria and Dawn of Sorrow, I've beaten both of them. But I've also completed Symphony of the Night. I did Circle of the Moon not long ago, and then I just finished this one up. So as far as the Metroidvanias are concerned, I think like really the only other ones that really are notable that I really need to finish still are Portrait of Ruin, which I'm really excited about, and that was like the main one I've been wanting to play, and Order of Ecclesia, which I've heard Order of Ecclesia is like extremely difficult compared to other Castlevanias. But Portrait of Ruin is one of the things like a lot of people have actually, praised it. And again, that's like the one out of the ones I haven't played. That's the main one I've been wanting to play, but I'm going to have to get the Castlevania Dominus collection for that. So hopefully I'll be able to pick that up, and that's going to give me like the last 3 like Castlevanias I'll probably be doing like retro stuff for as far as the Metroidvanias are concerned. And if I do any other Castlevania stuff afterwards, it'll probably be for like Legacy of Darkness and Castlevania 64, which I keep wishing that we get like, a 3D collection for Castlevania, like for Legacy of Darkness, Castlevania 64, Lamont of Innocence, and also, of course, Curse of Darkness, because I haven't finished any of those. I played all 4 of them, but never actually got around to actually finishing them. So anyway, actually, no, I take that back. Lamont of Innocence I finished. I haven't finished the others. But either way, with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. There's going to be another stream in a little while. I'm going to, be doing, like, my next episode of Arcade Paradise, because we're also getting, close to finishing that one. Should be, like, hopefully next couple of streams that, where I'll be able to wrap that one up. But I'm definitely going to try to put another dent in it tonight. But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the stream, be sure to like, comment, and share. And if you aren't subscribed to the channel, I appreciate that as well. If you're on my Discord server, that's also something, you're welcome to join as well. But anyways, until next one, which will be sometime tonight for Arcade Paradise. And the next stream after that will be tomorrow for, actually, I'm going to leave that one up to a surprise. I got some ideas for what I'm going to do for my next stream tomorrow, because we, finished Order 13 this week. And I got, like, some other shorter games I'm wanting, like, play through, before, like, my other, like, long-term series, which should be for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. But I got, like, some ideas for what I'm going to play tomorrow. But you guys will see what that's going to be then. But for now, Arcade Paradise will be, like, in a little while. But until next one, Rogues, much love. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with me for this one. Even though it definitely was a lot of backtracking, trying to, like, figure out where the last item was. But at least we got it and we finished the game and got what I'm pretty sure was the best ending of the game. But until the next one, much love. Catch you guys later in a little while for Arcade Paradise. And I'll see you guys next stream. Thank you for watching.